In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to draw a parabolic curve between 2 points, and there's some more details if you're actually going to use this in a drawing that I won't cover here, but I just want to go through the exercise of creating the parabolic curve between the 2 points. In a later exercise, there's a different method that I'll demonstrate on how to draw the parabolic curve, and it's with added information. You can read about it in your text, but with this current method, we'll only know the 2 points. With the method I'll use in the future, we'll know the rise and span of the parabola, whereas now, since we only know 2 points, we really only know the span of the parabola. So, but we'll go ahead and go through the exercise of creating this parabolic curve between these 2 points that we define. Okay, so let's go to our construction layer, and we'll start off by drawing a horizontal line from right to left. Excuse me, 10 units long. Now your next line can be any angle between 0 and 90, but I would prefer it to be somewhere around 45 from the horizontal, so somewhere in here. And when you get it somewhere around in here, just type 10 so we can get a line that's 10 units long. Okay, so let's label those points, and we'll do that with the single line text command. So let's type DT, enter, and you can actually add some settings here, but by default I'm using text 1. It doesn't have to be. Whatever text happens to come up here is fine. We don't need to mess with the justification, but I'm going to choose this as my start point for my text. Specify a height of 1, and then enter. Specify a rotation angle of 0 because we want our text to be horizontal. And just type X. And then you can click out. And let's just copy that text to here and here, and then I'll double click on it to edit it, and I'll call this point Y, and I'll call this point 0. Okay, so now to correctly create this parabolic curve, we need to divide these 2 lines into an equal number each, with the same number of equal segments. Okay, and both of our lines are 10 units long, and so let's just divide our line into 10 equal segments. Okay, and we'll use the divide command to do that, D-I-V-I-D-E, and let's select the line that we want to divide, and let's type in 10 for the number of segments. Okay, now as before, our points aren't showing up, so let's type DDP type, enter, and let's select a point style that we'd like. So this is my personal favorite, so I'll select that. And actually, since we're dealing with a horizontal line here, I think I'll use the X instead to make sure I can see all 4 of my lines through my point. I'll let it be the point size be 5% of the size relative to the screen, and then OK. Okay, and now you can see my points. Let's do the same thing for the lower line. By the way, to divide a line into 10 equal segments, you get 9 points here. So when we do our parabolic construction, we need to start off at the end point of the line. But anyway, let's divide this line into 10 equal segments as well. And there are the 10 points. Okay, so now let's go to our construction layer, our visible layer, and nope, I'm sorry, let's back up. Construction layer, and let's create the correlating points on our tangent lines that we created. These are the tangent lines I'm referring to. So with the line command, I'm going to go from the end point, and then I'll go to the first node. Make sure that you have your node object snap turned on. Okay, and go all the way around in this fashion that you see here. Make sure that you don't skip any points, and make sure that you're snapping on the node each time, because if you miss, a node, it really affects the way that your parabola looks. Okay, so now you've created your construction lines for the parabola, and then we can just go ahead and use these construction points. So switch to your visible layer, and now I want to create a spline. S-P-L-I-N-E, enter, and we can go down here to the endpoint, and this is a little bit tricky. Actually, I think it might be helpful. Let's go back to DDP type, and let's go back to this little point style since we're done with the points, and then select OK. It'll kind of get them out of the way so we can see where we need to snap. So spline, and by the way, we didn't erase the points. That's why I just changed the point style, and we can bring them back if needed. But go from the endpoint to intersection. The intersections are where the lines cross in this direction. Okay, make sure that you choose the correct intersections. And then once you click all the points, just press enter, 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 and here we have our parabola. Now I'm going to show you something I don't think I've shown before. There is a show hide line weight button down here, and since our layers, I don't know if you remember, but a visible line type has a line weight of 0.6 millimeters, and since it has that thick line weight, if we use the show hide line weight button, which is right here, it'll show the proper line weight on the screen, and this is what your completed parabolic curve should look like, and it should be nice and smooth if you did this construction correctly. Okay, and this concludes this video.